good evening, everybody. What's going on? What's up, Satellite? What's up, Eva? What's up, Mizroy? Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. Sorry for the late start tonight. I was just, lazy. Dragging ass a little bit tonight. It's been a nice, cozy day, is the thing. Not really a whole lot going on. Just ferrying my kids around to a few activities. Good evening, Arcane. Good to see you. DKC music is very timely. Nice. Yep. I didn't have a terrible lot to do today, and I chose to focus on relaxation and self-care, and I'm glad I did. Today was a day of endings, not particularly dramatic ones, but endings of things that I had put into motion. I essentially finished 2 games today. I have been playing Chill Village Builder Foundation, and I've beaten all 3 of its challenge modes. So there's, you know, it's a city builder. There's always more to do, and there's also, I say I beat the challenge modes. There is actually a challenge difficulty that you can play on as well, and I did, because I just love the game so much, I did start a new game on challenge difficulty. I'm not sure I'm gonna stick with it though, because it's very slow and a bit more stressful than I'm looking for with that game. But yeah, I beat the scenarios for all 3 of the estates, and I feel pretty good about that. My last city was really cool. I posted a picture of it in the Discord. I was really happy with the way that one came out. I built, like, I built this big sprawling castle town on one side of a riverbank, and then when I had the resources, I built a series of huge, tall bridges to like a tiny island in the middle of the river, and then over to the far bank, and started building a new settlement from there. So the screenshot I posted is from that far bank looking back at the main city, which is really cool. It has kind of a neat army system. There's no combat in the game, but you raise like detachments of soldiers. You train them, you give them better equipment, and then you send them out on missions. And it's all random results and stuff, but they bring back like resources as like spoils of war, and they get stronger, and that lets you send them on better missions. And then eventually the king will call you to join his war, and you'll send your best dudes on like a 3-part mission. It was all pretty neat. It was pretty cool. Good evening, Mana. Good to see you. And you're Jesus Christ, 285 stream streak. A simply gobsmacking number, to be assured. Did I mention I grabbed Black Priory a while back? You did not, PM Collector Boy. Have you been playing it? We're of course talking about Scald against the Black Priory, which is just a fantastic, like, modern retro RPG. It's so good. You started playing Scald again last night too? I won't lie, it's tempting. As much fun as I have been having with Pathfinder, it is deeply tempting to start another game of that. But I am kind of, yeah, I am thinking about what to play next, because I think my time with Foundation is done for the time being. The first thing that popped into my mind, I may go back to Farthest Frontier, which is the like survival city builder made by the Grim Dawn developers. It's been early access for years at this point, and I played it a bit, and it's one of those games that I've tried a couple times, and I'm slow. Every time I play it, I get a little bit closer to understanding it, but it's a pretty complex game. It's a city builder with crop rotation. And like food degradation and stuff. So Not Bone Raising? No, people were so interested in seeing a full playthrough of Bone Raiser, I'm putting that one aside. And it pains me. It pains me greatly. I really want to play it, but I'm gonna be good and try to find some place in the schedule to slot it in, because people were really jazzed about that last night. That and Euro Truck. A Democratic playthrough of Skull to be cool. It's pretty shared RPG. Yeah, it's not that long. That is true. How long did it take me to beat it? It took me 16 hours the first time I played it. And that was not knowing what I was doing, really. So I imagine it would go faster on a repeat playthrough. Has 17 and a half in it, yeah. I skipped some of the side stuff. There were some side quests that I just didn't really understand what I was really looking for, so I just rolled on from, and a couple things that I don't think my character class was particularly well suited for, so. What was the favorite of yesterday? Bone Raiser Minions. Definitely Bone Raiser Minions. People really enjoyed that. Good evening, cute T-Goat. Good to see you. Only concern I have is I have the first game, which constitutes a full playthrough. I mean, we talked about this. It would be a democratic playthrough. We would play it until people got tired of it. Like, democratic playthroughs were originally conceived of specifically for games like that. For games that did not have like clearly delineated endings. And then I said that if the system worked, if it was good, we would use it for trying out other things, like longer games, like RPGs and adventure games and whatnot, to more accurately gauge how interested people are. So, but yeah, the original concept was just for that. What's up, $10? Good to see you. Tuning in just in time for Bone Raiser Minions mention. Love the Caius games. Yeah, I need to find some time in my schedule for Bone Raiser Minions, because I loved playing it. People loved watching it, and I just gotta slot it in there somewhere so we can stream it. That's how Shirley for Alaska. Setting you to play Thomas is Alone. I mean, it's all to the whims of the wheel. I'll get to that one eventually. Need to play the other ones. I have every intention of doing like a Caiusware variety night or variety series or something. Because the ones I played, let's see. I've played most of their games at this point. Let me see here. So yeah, Bone Raiser I just started yesterday. Echo of the Wilds. I watched a friend play a bunch of Echo of the Wilds, and then I played it on a variety night for about 30 minutes. Never played Elementia. Never played Skelly Celeste. Spirits Abyss I got a couple hours in. Not enough to really get deep into that one, but I like Spirits Abyss too. It's a Spelunky-like. Never played Strama, but I've played like an hour and a half of Stramium Immortally. That's another really neat one. Let's see. I played Bone Raiser, Echo the Wild, Spirits Abyss, and Stramium Immortally. Stramium is definitely the most inscrutable of those, but I would love to play more of it and understand something. And then I did pick up Void's Vigil. Their most recent game, but I haven't played that yet. So. I played Bone Raiser and that was off the demo stream. Oh, really? Oh, so you are unfamiliar with the Caiusware library. Just a really, really interesting developer. Like, you can tell they are way off on their own shit and they are just loving it. Checking the VOD from last night, you didn't miss one of the cooler features of Wonder Boy. R2 and L2 will hotspot between the modern and classic graphics. Oh god, I had no idea. That's interesting. Funny thing to just put on a button like that, but that's cool. Free game that looks like a total acid trip called Enna Dream Barbecue. I've been looking at that, yeah. We may end up doing that as well. Yeah, I don't want to influence anything, but because I don't want to I don't want to comment on it too much, but like, yeah, I don't know when we'll get the chance to like stack up a bunch of smaller games and go through them. Because I mean, frankly, Wrath of the Righteous has been really good so far. Wrath of the Righteous has been extremely fun. So, as long as we're playing Wrath of the Righteous, as long as we're sticking to Power Hour stuff, there's really only Friday for flexibility. And I've got, you know, I've got a whole host of things that are backed up for Fridays, waiting for their opportunity. But I think Bowser Razor Minions is probably the best overall. I like Spirits Abyss a lot too, and Void's Vigil is shaping up. Yeah, I'm really curious about Void's Vigil. It takes a lot of effort to make writing that simplistic and child. No, it is. It really is. Kaiosware has a very specific writing style all their own, which is like childish, but not entirely. It's like self-aware childish. It's very unique and very funny. Normally don't get excited for fantasy settings, but Wrath of the Righteous has you hooked. I really like, this is just my impression as streamer guy, like gauging the temperature of chat, but I feel like Wrath of the Righteous is really growing on people, which is great because I like every night I play it, I get more and more into it. So that's a good thing. That being said, I'm committed to democracy on this one. I am not going to rug pull the vote on you like I did with Final Fantasy VI. We will, I promise you, we will play Wrath of the Righteous until you all vote it out of office. Because it is also a long game. It is an incredibly long game. Supported by the fact that I do actually own all of the DLC for it. And I'm not one to just arbitrarily skip DLC if I've got it. Everybody wants a piece of land. Still want Daring to Die though? How dare you talk about my husbando that way? Is that Ryan deliberately spiteful at people trying to be too cool for Caius? Like the entire diaper line of relics got put in every game because people gave him negative reviews for the baby talk. I think, if I remember correctly, the most viewed clip on my entire channel across the 6+ years that I have been streaming, the one clip that's been viewed more than any other is me reading the diaper text from Spirits Abyss. So, God bless them for that. So as soon as you get near the final boss, we can shut it down. It will be within your power, Deep Thought. I am committing to the bid on this one. Big updates for Star Sector, nice. Actually bought DLC that I ended up not playing at all. I've bought DLC that I've regretted. I have bought DLC that I actually thought made the game worse. But these things happen. Also, good evening, Literature Spiso. And everybody. It's an amazing face you made. What was it? I hate to say it, but I really think the DLC for Invisible Ink made it worse. I genuinely think the DLC for Invisible Ink was a bad idea. I think the original game was balanced perfectly. I think it was exactly as long as it needed to be. It had exactly the right number of tools and agents, exactly the right number of considerations. And after a couple runs with it, I feel like the DLC just threw everything out of whack. And it pains me. It pains me to say that because Invisible Ink is my favorite game of all time. But the DLC actually makes it hard for me to go back to. So. Not the first time you've heard that opinion. No. I mean, Invisible Ink is a contentious game to begin with. It is just by its nature, being a heavily time-based, strategic, balanced on the edge of a knife roguelike. Like, people already have a lot of strong opinions about that, and then throwing transformative DLC like that into the mix, like you're bound to run into a lot of disagreement there. Can you un-DL the DLC? Yes, Steam lets you like manage your own DLC however you want. So yeah, if I really, the thing is, if I really wanted to go back to Invisible Ink, I could uninstall the DLC. But I did everything in the base game, is the problem. I have all the achievements for the base game. So I could play through it more, but I've already done everything. So I was really looking forward to the DLC to give me like new challenges and new stuff to do, but yeah. Really like Invisible Ink, but I have a hard time getting back into it, yeah. Yeah, Invisible Ink's one of those weird games. Like, I say it's my favorite game of all time, and I mean that, but it's like, it's kind of encapsulated. It's kind of, it had its moment and it's past, and I look back on it fondly, but it's not like these other games that I keep coming back to. It's not like Stellaris, it's not like RimWorld, it's not like Kenshi. It's not one of these games that I keep coming back to like every couple months, every couple years to play more of. So, but that time that I was playing it, while I was working my way through it, was seriously some of the best gaming I've ever had in my life. So, yeah. I guess the takeaway here is that replay value isn't always a huge deal. You know, I feel like I put my time into Invisible Ink and I got everything I needed from it, and I will always look back on it fondly. Not the DLC, the base game. But yeah. Transformative DLC was a crossover between different media. No, the DLC adds like a twist to the normal playthrough. It adds a couple hours onto it and some extra objectives. And I just don't think it actually adds anything. I think it's just a pain, really. Just checking, I never bought the DLC, so I'm happy with this. Yeah. Just enjoy Invisible Ink for what it is, and just pretend there was no DLC for it. I'm playing this game as sort of sequel to Doom. It's called Doom 2. Man, it's one of the great tragedies of our age. We never got Invisible Ink 2. I agree with that. I agree with that. Though, I will say, in more recent years, I've come to be a bit more of a skeptic on sequels, especially sequels of games that are so like perfectly designed and balanced. And I say this both because Invisible Ink got DLC that I think detracted from the game. So that certainly hurts my confidence in the developer's ability to deliver on like a solid full sequel. I also look at games like Darkest Dungeon 2, where the sequel goes off in a very different direction that like fans didn't really want. And the consensus is it's not really as good as the original. And I think maybe there are some games that you can just leave as is. You can just let them lie. Played a bit Wasted again last night too. Yeah, I was playing Wasted for a while after I streamed it. I had a good time with it. Wasted is just one of those it's one of those roguelikes that gets really stressful the further you get into it, because you realize how much is on the line when you lose, and how much you're gonna have to redo if your character dies. So yeah, I went through a couple characters and that kind of burned me out on it again. So, what do you think of the time limit aspect of Unsighted? I've never played Unsighted? I don't think. Have I? That name is not familiar to me. Watched someone play through Afterfall and Sandy as well. Did not buy it before it came out. The developers didn't fucking pay for the Unreal license, so I can never play it. I think there are still keys for Afterfall and Sandy floating around. Like, I think Fanatical might still have some. There were a lot of Afterfall and Sandy keys out there. Now, you want to know what's rare? The developers of Afterfall and Sanity were actually working on an open world sequel. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was on Steam for like a minute. It was on Steam for like a matter of months before it got canned, and I think the developer folded. Episodic. They got one episode out. Yeah, my buddy, whom I originally watched him play through Afterfall and Sandy before I played it myself. He got the sequel, and I watched him play a chunk of it, and I mean, there was nothing there, really. There was nothing to speak of, so it's no great loss, but it is an interesting historical footnote. What's up, Sigma fan? This is Lucky Up issue 69, indeed. One of your first Nintendo Power pickups because of the cover. Mega Man X2. Yep, that's this one. We spent all of Thursday playing Mega Man X2. So tonight we're gonna see what else we can get to in the magazine. Spoiler alert, it's Kirby. This checked in Afterfall and Sandy is on at least Indie Gala and Fanatical still. Yeah, I think that game's gonna be around for a while. I think there's just a billion keys out there floating for it. Floating around out there for it. Whatever. Words are hard. Darkest Dungeon 2 is a tricky one. I had fun with it, but a run is really long. I mean, I've got it. The developers were nice enough to give me a key for it back when they first launched it, so. I keep forgetting about it because I have it on Epic. It's like the only game I have on Epic. But yeah, I keep meaning to reinstall it and give it another try because it changes a lot. I think the developers, like Red Hook, is really good about listening to their player base, but they also have some really strong ideas about their designs. And I think Darkest Dungeon 2 has been a very fluid design, like even post early access release. Because I think they really do want the game to succeed, but they're kind of struggling against what they originally wanted the game to be. They got kind of lucky. In retrospect, it seems like they got really lucky with Darkest Dungeon 1, where their vision of what the game was and what people wanted it to be, like, just meshed perfectly. And you could see that kind of fray around the edges with Darkest Dungeon's DLC. Crimson Court was pretty contentious. And the other stuff, like, the stuff that came after it was kind of question marky. And from that perspective, it's a lot easier to understand what happened with Darkest Dungeon 2. Might not see many games tonight either, given you're both a golf enjoyer and a Kirby fan. Yeah, we'll see. Unpredictable. I have all the MiHoYo games on Epic and Infinity Nikki. Lots of people love it. So yeah. Remember that enemy corpses call us a gigantic stink in D&D when they first came out? Yeah. That was so funny. That was so funny. And I absolutely love the way they end up resolving that too. Because look, straight up, corpses were necessary to preserve what, like, the tactical considerations they had for positioning and maneuvering in Darkest Dungeon. Corpses were necessary. The people who lost their goddamn minds over it had just, like, boiled down the strategy to, like, a single class doing a single thing and were pissed off that it didn't work anymore. So the Darkest Dungeon devs eventually relented and added an option to, like, remove corpses. when you're customizing your difficulty, but there is a big ass disclaimer when you do that, where they're like, you are no longer playing Darkest Dungeon. You are doing your own thing now, and you're welcome to it, but this is not the way the game is meant to be played. And that cracked me up so bad the first time I saw it. Don't think I ever managed to get the original keep the original two heroes alive in Darkest Dungeon. I was so mad. So I've beaten Darkest Dungeon. And I really wanted, there's an achievement for taking the two original heroes into the final battle. And I was so pissed. I lost one of the original heroes, like, I took him like on one of the final missions to like prep for the final dungeon, and he just got killed by like an unlucky crit. And I was so mad about that. But yeah. That's great. That just kicks the deviating for the vision of Parent X fans guys right in the dick. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Crimson Court was needlessly harder for a game that already got pretty mean with sturdier enemies and super long dungeons. Crimson Court frustrated me a lot. I wouldn't mind learning how to play it at some point, but this is a very me thing. But one thing that annoyed me about Crimson Court, when I beat Darkest Dungeon, I beat the entire game without ever retreating from a battle. And I was really, really proud of that. Like, you can check my achievements for Darkest Dungeon, but all of my achievements for like beating the game and beating all the bosses and doing all this stuff, they're all dated before the achievement you get for retreating from a mission, because Crimson Court basically requires you to retreat from it. Like, each of the Crimson Court missions is on a giant static map, and it is way too long to do in a single stretch. So you have to retreat from them. So it's a little thing, it's a me thing, but that rubbed me the wrong way, because I didn't want to play that way. Crimson Court requires a different mindset because it's dungeons interstack. It does, yes. One that I'm personally not a big fan of. And also the enemies in it are way harder. Like, I think their design concept for Crimson Court was they looked at everything. They looked at all the strategies that players had come up with to manage the main game, and they were just like, we're gonna fuck with all of that. Yeah, that recurring crocodile mini boss. The oh god, who's the rotund guy with the rotund guy with the like blood sacks or whatever? I hated that guy. I never made it to the Countess. I never actually made it to the Countess, but I've heard they gave her like a whole bunch of extra attacks and stuff, which is really annoying. You'll hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. My younger daughter's supposed to be going to bed, but I heard her out there. Also, good evening, Shadows. I see you there. I'm streaking. Hunger pisses you off despite being okay with Crimson Court in general. Comes to a point where so much meta squashing becomes unfun. I hate that level of balance that some developers aspire to. I've heard, and I feel like I experienced a little bit this in Bloodborne, but my understanding is that there's a fair bit of that in the Souls games over the course of the series, where like you can just kind of look at the enemies and the way they act, and like with each iteration of the Souls games, their attack patterns get like 1 or 2 steps more complicated a little bit faster, like they're in some kind of arms race with their fans. And yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Start Divine Divinity earlier, the original, huh? Got a Bumblebee in the mail today. Oh, nice. Very cool. Very cool. Oh God, I didn't realize how long I've been talking, chat. I got complacent. I got too comfy. Complaining about video games when we could be playing video games like pieces. There's some balancing. Meta squashing needs to be done just because we end up with a single optimal strategy. It makes all the other stuff you've developed and put in redundant. I feel like meta squashing is outside of that. I feel like it's a step beyond that. Like the optimal strategy in the base game of Darkest Dungeon is basically like turn denial. Like you do whatever you can to deny enemies turns. And you can get to the point where like certain lineups of enemies, you can just fairly reliably stop them from doing anything, right? And you can see where in Crimson Court, they were like, because they start giving enemies, they start either giving enemies multiple turns that you can't stop, or just giving them like huge stun resists. I don't think the answer to players finding an optimal strategy is to just shut it down entirely. I think you can... I mean, it's a tough question. Because, yeah, at the same time, you don't want to just do the same thing that you've been doing. But yeah, I think there's a middle ground between like directly trying to counter what your players are doing and finding new challenges for them. So, yeah, you're right. Curious how you feel about XCOM 2 and the turn timer stuff. When I actually play XCOM 2, I'll let you know, because I've never played it. I played it because oh, if you're talking about Divine Divinity, yes, I have actually played the original, and it was cool, and it's one of those games that I got distracted from, and I would like to go back to sometime. Dark Souls 2 is super obvious about being a reaction to the way people played Dark Souls 1. Yep. Right, Final Fantasy 11 dev-esque. Never did the last map. Crimson Court felt around the same level of challenge as the long hard maps of the base game. Oh God, no. No way, dude. No way. Like, I feel like the highest difficulty long maps in the base game, you could still get very reliable strategies for. You could get through them with minimal health damage, minimal stress. Crimson Court, first thing with Crimson Court, if you are not looking at the map, if you don't already know what the map is, you are going to get just shredded by the sheer volume of battles, which again is intentional. They want you to go and fight through part of it and explore and get your ass kicked and leave and come back. But like strategically, there is just, you have a lot fewer options with enemies in the Crimson Court. You know, there's just not nearly as many effective strategies for managing them. And it's because they wanted you, like, it's very clear that Red Hook wants players to struggle with attrition in their games. Like that is at the core of their design. And I think their mistake, and also what made Darkest Dungeon 1 successful, is they didn't succeed at doing that. Like, Darkest Dungeon 1 is a threat mitigation game. It's a game where you have bad situations and you try to mitigate as much of the threat and misfortune as possible, and you can do that very effectively. Like, you can get through pretty much anything, any mission in the original Darkest Dungeon with no losses, with no significant losses. You can stay ahead of sanity loss. You don't really have to lose any of your characters if you're familiar with what the game is going to throw at you and how to handle it. But you can see from Crimson Court, they didn't like that. Like, they wanted the parties to suffer. They wanted to bleed you of resources. They wanted you to have to struggle with bringing broken parties back and mending them and finding things to do while you got them back in gear. And the problem is that's really incongruous with the rest of the game. If you focus on defense and other, no, not if you focus on defense. Like in base game Darkest Dungeon, it's all about getting out ahead of the enemy. It's all about alpha strikes and turn denial. It took me a long time to get there, but I eventually realized, like, a lot of parties did not need healers at all, because you don't need to be healing. You need to be stopping enemies from doing the damage that you're going to need to heal. What annoyed you is there are too few decent configurations. I disagree with that too. Like, by the end of my playthrough, I started making some really weird kit bash teams, and some of them worked really, really good. Like, I made one team. God, I can't remember what it was. It was like 2 abominations and a plague doctor, and I forget who was in the front row. Might have been a leper or something. And it just absolutely kicked ass. Like, pretty much no healing or anything. Just a lot of damage, a lot of stuns. I think we just had different playstyles. I mean, if you're talking about how many decent configurations there are, and I'm telling you that ones that are different from yours worked really, really well, like a wide variety of them. You mean kill them before they kill you? Kill them or stun them. Like, managing enemy turns and like minimizing the number of actions they get was the key to getting through Darkest Dungeon. Always have a leper in front. The Fanatic is also designed to shut that down. Yes. I fought the Fanatic once and it was awful. It was just agony. Vestal is a solid workhorse class. You can heal decently and stun, so you get both priorities. That's very true. And her stun is really, really good, yeah. Because it can reach different ranks, too. But yeah. All right, I'm getting way off topic here. We're supposed to be talking about Nintendo, not games designed to make you as miserable as possible. Let me talk about the schedule real quick, and then we'll get into pieces. We'll just go right to pieces, chat. It's the last stream of the week. It's the Power Hours. You know how this goes. Tomorrow night is nothing. There's no stream tomorrow. I would love to. I would love to give you all an extra stream and do some Bone Razor minions or something, but I can't. I am not built to stream every single night. I need that one night of rest. Darkest Dungeon stream when? Don't talk like that. I'll do it. I will absolutely do it. Never bothered buying the DLC for Darkest Dungeon. I still haven't finished that first one. The DLC for Darkest Dungeon is frustrating. Cause like, parts of it are really good. And other parts aren't. Like Crimson Court is really good for the additional town management stuff and the Flagellant class. But the actual Crimson Court itself, I think kind of sucks. The Shield Breaker is super good. If I would say if you're gonna get one DLC, get her. She is crazy good. Oh yeah, the set trinkets. DLC is completely optional, but don't offer as much. Yeah, it's... Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I can't help it. Hot take, Radiant is perfectly legit. If I streamed it, I would stream Radiant. Darkest Dungeon base game, I mean, I did it. I like it. It is long. It is honestly longer than it really needs to be. I think Radiant, I've never played all the way through Radiant. I think I would probably want to do Radiant with Crimson Court. I would either do Radiant with Crimson Court or Abyssal without it. Let's see, what is the DLC for this? Crimson Court mixed reviews. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, Crimson Court's a real mixed bag. The hero class is really good. The dungeon is not. The fanatic is a giant pain in the ass to add to your game. The districts are really, really helpful. The trinket sets are really, really good. Color of Madness, I've never really played that much with. It's like an endless mode. So I can't actually comment on that. Shield Breaker is really good. So yeah, there's 3 DLCs for Darkest Dungeon. Crimson Court's mixed bag. Color Madness is like, if you want more fighting in it. Shield Breaker's really good. Shield Breaker's totally worth it. Prefer base game simply because Radiant has time. Like, no, Radiant's the shorter, easier one. There's Radiant, which is the shorter, easier game. There's normal, and then Abyssal is the one with is it time limit, death limit, or both? I can't remember which. Found it too long even on Radiant. I admit I bought the DLC more. I wanted to shovel some more money at Red Hook than I had a real desire to play the DLC. I bought it all with the intent to play it, and then Crimson Court kind of stalled me out. Have terrible luck with Radiant difficulty. It's kind of amazing. Whenever I started a game out, RNG suddenly hated me. Darkest Dungeon 2 turns a lot of the stat-based stuff into tokens, so you'll get a dodge token. Which yeah, I've played a fair bit of Darkest Dungeon 2. The combat, I like the combat system, but I haven't put the time in it to really understand it. Start Radiant, figuring that would be a good way to learn in a short game. That did not work out. Yeah. Yeah. Someday, chat, someday we may do Darkest Dungeon, because I do love it. Darkest Dungeon is an all-time top 10 game for me, and I've come back to it a couple times. I've never completed another full playthrough because it's such a grind, but I could probably do it on stream. But yeah. Anyway, chat. Oh god, I got hamstrung right in the middle of talking about the schedule. No stream tomorrow. Sorry, I'm not going to. Monday we're back with Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. Doing what we can to save poor benighted Canabras. Why do we play games that love to hate us? Because sometimes the hating is funny. Like, that's why I play Spelunky. Spelunky absolutely despises the player, and I think it's fucking hilarious. It's so good. Dorcas Donjon, more like. Oh god, we could name our characters that. I always want to, like, I kind of feel like the most fun games to stream are the ones where we get to name the characters after people in chat. I really, like, for the longest time I felt like we should play more games like that. Game hating is why I love the Void. Exactly. I'm not the Void. All right, look, chat, we gotta talk about pieces. This game was requested. This game was requested like 40 minutes ago, and I gotta get to this at some point. Favorite thing with Darkest Dungeon 1 is you can solo the final boss of the leper in a specific style. I've seen that video, and that's really, really cool. I love that concept. Also, hi, Fury Fighter. An hour ago! I really need a new game that can scratch that XCOM itch. Freelit, have you ever looked into a game called Troubleshooter? I've only played a little bit of it. I only put like one night into it. But for fans of XCOM, it seemed like a solid one. Also, if you're a fan of Warhammer 40k, there's an XCOM-ish 40k game called Mechanicus that I keep forgetting to reinstall. Like, after I finished Rogue Trader, I wanted to do more 40k stuff, and it occurred to me that I should go back and start a full playthrough of Mechanicus, and I never did. See if I can remember to do that. Yeah. Pieces, chat. From Hori, Electric, and Atlas. I didn't know this game exists. This one totally slid off my brain. I'm sure I saw it in the magazine years ago and just did not give a single shit about it. Look at Troubleshooter, the amount of stuff that's bolted on the game, almost scared of it. Troubleshooter is a big game, and it has a lot of systems, but based on the night that I streamed it, I mean, Freelit, you can check out, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can search for Troubleshooter. I did one night of it on stream, and I felt like it did a pretty good job of easing you into things. It doesn't throw everything at you all at once. So that is another game that I'd really like to go back to at some point. There's another 40k XCOM like called Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. I didn't know that, Naren. I'll take a look at that. Crit Chat, bring up Star Wars. We can still stop him. No, I'm doing this. We're doing pieces. I need pieces. Big time family fun. Families have long idled away hours piecing together jigsaw puzzles on their card tables at home. Now, who can afford a card table in this economy, chat? Now Atlas introduces Pieces, a high-tech version of the tried-and-true pastime that's even more fun on the Super NES. I find that claim highly suspect. Has a variety of play modes and options, lets you adjust to difficulty level 2, so suitable for everyone. Challenges using puzzle pieces to create images. Okay, it's a jigsaw game. It's a jigsaw game on the Super Nintendo, which I didn't even know existed. Currently looking at my lava lamp, the delicious looking globs longingly. Troubleshooter rules. I'm really looking forward to 2. It's a chance to really focus on the game and trim away all the vestigial cruft in the first one. You can get Troubleshooter for super cheap if you wait for it to go on sale. I feel like I picked up Troubleshooter for like less than $5. So there's a player versus computer mode. So this is like battle puzzles? It's like battle jigsaw? What? There's multiplayer. Jigsaw mode is a mode to try when more than 2 players want to shake up the pieces. 4-player adapter. Piece together pretty pictures. I guess everybody can work together on that. Okay. Yo, the power-ups box down here. Now that you're all psyched up, take the pieces plunge. You'll want some special inside information to help get the edge on the competition. Stealing is not encouraged activity, but when your pride can end up in pieces, desperate measures must be taken. When playing against an opponent, press and hold the B button until the cursor begins to flash. Move the cursor to a piece that you need from your opponent's field and press A to set that piece free. Ah, no kidding. This was apparently a 4-player adapter game. Love after an hour, find out this game never actually came out. Well, let's go ahead and check. Let's see if we're gonna end up, if my hopes and dreams are gonna end up in pieces tonight. It exists. It's real. Gonna sound like an insane recommendation. The Mario Rabbids game. No, I heard about that one. I know it's an XCOM like, which is insane. Exactly as insane as you suggested, but yeah. 4-player adapter really was ahead of its time. It was. It absolutely was. It feels a ton like XCOM when it comes to combat, although it doesn't have the management side. See, the management side is important to me. I like managing my squad. I like being able to pick who comes on what missions. I like trying to help characters that are falling behind catch up. Persona 5 Tactica is also an XCOM-ish game. Yeah, but it's Persona. Favorite XCOM thing is the meme image of the rookie holding a machine gun and greatest face with a chance of hitting 65%. Yeah. All right. 1-player versus. I gotta try this. Fit a piece and any time left over on the timer will be stored as an item. Power. Collect enough power to receive items. Okay. I really like this hard icon. We're gonna play on easy. A crab that is its own soup. It's the rice bowl crab. I'll be your first opponent. I have huge eyes, so I'm pretty accurate. Now if I can only walk straight. There's a Gears of War XCOM I like too. I heard the Gears of War XCOM's really good. Oh god. Okay. Oh lord. Well, I mean, the fact that they give you the actual outlines of the pieces makes this pretty easy. Oh, not that one. Why does it look like his board's gonna explode? Oops. Oops. Wrong one. Ha ha ha. Oh god, we're still going. Jesus Christ. What do these things do? I don't know. Shit. 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 That's what their mermaid hard mode is for. We can try hard mode after this if y'all are really curious. Does anybody have any idea what I'm making here? Like, see how insane the AI is? It's always a good time. Oh, I'm making a castle. Neuschwanstein Castle. When does this end, though? Like, how long do I have to do this? Christ. I think I'm making the US... No, I'm making the Leaning Tower of Pisa. That's what I'm doing. The AI is broken down in humiliation. Should have looked up how long to beat. He still hasn't finished the first one, and I'm on the third one. Okay, it's 3. You got lucky. My friends will beat you anyway. I'm out of here. Delinquent. Oh, there's a series of them. Okay. I'm not doing this. I wanna jump over to hard. Bullying the bot. Mordheim and Necromunda under Hive War is also rough games though. Valkyrie Chronicles is a really fun console X. I'm like, I think I actually have that. Can't imagine actually paying for this game. The only way that must have made it in someone's game collection is their mother wanted their little sweetheart to play a game that wasn't violent. All right, hard. The Sea Queen, ha ha ha! You may call me the Sea Queen. I love to steal my opponent's chances of victory. All right, prepare for death, chat. Prepare to suffer. Shit. Shit. Damn it. Damn her! Damn you, Sea Queen! Kissy face. Well, you know what? At least you don't have to rotate the pieces. That'd be a real pain in the ass. Oh god, you lose like all of your power if you screw up. That's brutal. shit. What does power do? I don't... Oh, that tells you where the current pieces actually go. So that's what the spotlight one does. What does that do? Oh, I think I just messed up some of her pieces. That's kind of cool. What the hell? I don't know what I just did. Oh shit. Oh, you get an outline. That's cool. Not that I can use it very effectively. Yep, she got me. She got me! She's putting together fishes in her natural element. Hard seems to be somewhat harder than normal. Ha 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 ha! Seems like you're no match for the Sea Queen. No, I will not continue. I will retire in defeat. You lost the sub power because you use it the same time as you finish a puzzle. Oh, okay. Okay. Last thing I want to do here, I want to try the all play mode. Helper power seems absolutely busted. Select your favorite genre. We got scenes around the world, land, sea, animals, dinosaurs, fighter planes, sports, and animation. I have to know what animation is. Type A, 8-minute time limit, no fake pieces. Type B, 5 minutes, no fake pieces. Type C, 3 minutes, yes fake pieces. Type D, no time limit, but fake pieces. His crotch is his mouth. All right, let's do a 5-minute puzzle. Animation 1, Rockin' Cats. Oh shit, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, the Famicom game. Yeah, it's really cool. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Damn it. Has way more charm than you were expecting. Shit. Oh, I got a bonus. I got extra 500 points. Hell yeah. Type D is the hardest is by not having a time limit because you don't get a reference picture. Oh, damn. Oops. Says the same composer as NES Batman? What the hell? How does that make any sense? Boom. Oh, I lost 100 points. Damn you. Damn you, fickle fate. I did it! Well done! Fucking gotcha, my puzzle game. Glue the puzzle gun and hang on my wall. I did the same for glow and dark. Wizard puzzle. Monstrous appetite. How is this animation? All right, you know what? I think we've seen what we need to see of pieces, but I gotta level with you. This is actually pretty good. This is actually a rather fun game. I'm shocked and appalled that I'm even admitting this, but I was enjoying that. Yeah, that was a cool photo. That was a cool photo. The art is good, the mechanics are good. The different play modes are actually interesting. There seems to be some serious strategy with using your powers in versus mode. I'm impressed, chat. And it has a neat aesthetic to it too, with its weird-ass Japanese as hell characters. QTO needed to see how much variety is in the images. Yeah, I don't know how many images there are, and they don't seem to mention it here. But yeah, pretty cool. Quite chill. Possibly the #1 jigsaw 'em up. All right, moving on to Kirbo's Dream Course. I may have played some of this before, but I really don't remember. Probably was one of the first games by Nippon Ichi Software before they even got named that. Interesting. I gotta. Sync Kirby. Kirby isn't all hot air, at least not in this unique game that combines elements of golf, pool, and action games. Kirby's Dream Course from Nintendo actually consists of 8 courses with 8 holes on each course. That's not how golf works, but whatever. Jig 'em up. Find water hazards, hills, trees, and a final hole just like on a golf course. You also use special skills to jump, warp, fly, stop, and turn in ways that golf balls never do. The goal is to sink Kirby in the hole, which is hidden under the final target. Okay. Demo mode will teach you about 10 moves that Kirby can make. Let's see. This also has multiplayer, as it turns out. Kirbilliards. Remember this game being very unforgiving? That one guy with a really long name for the Japanese fable. What does it look like? Course 1. Here you have to master bumper shots, jumps, skipping Kirby off a lake, and parasol. Those layouts are simple enough that you can see the best shot from the start. So for hole 4, they say to use the high jump you picked up on hole 3 to leap over the tree. Use 3/4 shot power and you'll bounce to the hole. Interesting. Spark helps clear out the wispy woods while the wheel keeps you rolling until you hit an object. Prepare yourself to perform fantastic feats of skill in course 3. Try to make it in 2 on most of these holes. Uneven terrain and slopes on course 4. Some of these are pretty big. Multi-level holes in course 5. You'll be bounced and bruised by the end of course 6. Hole 5 might be the toughest. Found out Bayou Billy is called Mad City in Japan and actually playable? No kidding. You can also use English on the ball in this game, which can get pretty wild. Oh yeah, well, I mean, they show a power and spin meter on all of these. The fact that you can put spin on them is kind of crazy. All right, let's do it, chat. Looking at a single hole from each course isn't gonna teach us anything. Settle down, chat. Button it up. Can't be having that now. This is a fucking family stream. Dream Course is one of your favorite SNES games. Oh. Kirby. There are 4 Kirby games on the Super NES. I'm now calling golf Extreme Billiards Touch Grass Edition. All right, let's check out demo play. Basic rule. Press A button to make the shot panel appear. To cancel, press B. Start the power meter moving, press A. When the meter is moving, press A to select the hit strength. The hit will be stronger with more power. Dream Course, Avalanche, Superstar, and what is the fourth one? Does anybody know what the fourth one is? No, Neo Touch Grass Masters doesn't have the same ring. Put Kirby in the cup and challenge the next hole. Kirby, go down to hole. Shoo. Okay, so that's basically just showing you how to do things. Okay, I'm gonna wing it. We're gonna play course. I'm a new member. Name entry. Oh my god. Really? Oh, that's neat. Oh, shit, no. Oh god, it's horrible. Alright. Alright, I'm going golfing as the star child. New Kirby final boss, yeah. Does it cost me fees? Kirby Wars 40K Rise of the Game Stealers. Alright, let's do it. Maybe this will work. Okay. Whoops. If I'd done that the first time, it would have been a hole in one. Whoopsie doodle. It's like Kirby as a Pac-Man. Convinced Kirby is actually a walking pocket of non-Euclidean space. What is the look at everything button? Is there a survey course button? Oh, Lord have mercy. Go absolutely bonkers with this. Let's do this. Okay, not bad. Just gotta tap him in. Bloop. There's horror things where you just say a vague form of a face with a distended open hole for a mouth. That's Kirby, who's got chubby hands and cute eyes. There's always been a little element of like deeper cosmic horror with Kirby. For whatever reason. So I don't know what's going on with that guy, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh, that's just changed your direction, okay. Conceptually, Kirby is definitely kind of scary. Oh, getting up there is gonna be a giant pain in the ass. Oh no! Oh Lord. Oh Christ, okay. Oh, Kirbo! I know, Kirby, I know. Life is hard, bud. There we go. Dreamland's all about sweets and Kirby's designed to eat nothing else is meant to be the death of Dreamland. Literally has the power of cannibalism to steal others' strengths. Yeah. I know, Kirby, I'm tired too. We're all pretty tired. Life is hard, Kirbo. Ow. Pain. Suffering. I don't think... Okay. I think I can hit both of these guys if I curve it. Let's try this. Up. Curved it too. Oh, wow. Wow, you can curve it so hard he'll go around in like in a circle. Okay, well, we're not gonna end up there because we're just gonna do a little tappy tap. There we go. There we go, bud. You'll be fine. Alright, I'm gonna smack it. Okay, I think I need to use the jump power, and I don't actually know how to use the jump power. Oh wait, I can chip! Let's chip him. Lord have mercy. Oh, I got knocked off target. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Holy shit! Now see, my surprise with how the curving in this works, you can't do that in real life. Like, you cannot curve a ball that hard in real life. How the fuck did that happen? Okay. Oh, Kirby! Kirby, why did they make your hole exactly the size of you? This hole was made for him. Can't curb a ball, though. Curb your ball enthusiasm. Being against for years, the player changing direction mid-jump, now being able to curve a full circle is weird. I mean, it's one of those things where you don't expect it to work that way, especially after playing other golf games. Oh Lord. Okay. Things is happening. Things is happening. Okay. I just plays real golf with real Kirby's. Oh, not enough. Not enough. Probably could parasol in the hole from the drop. What's the button to use items? Well, gee, thanks. Perfect. Okay, I guess we're not gonna drown down here. Boom! B button, okay. Yeah, that's what I mashed, so. Go Kerbo! Reminds me of the group playing a new party game tonight. Kind of mix of wavelength in the gang. It's called Ito, and I had to keep from making references to that. Nice. Let's look at an article plan flow which should explain the control scheme. I can't see the magazine when I'm streaming the game. God damn it. Don't you give me a hard time with this shit. Look, I'm going for the warp. Fuck it. I'm gonna just belt it into the warp. Alright, that went great. Oh, but wait. Oh, curb. I know, buddy. I'm disappointed too. Wow, so there are buttons that make, like, the water and stuff go away. That was wildly fortuitous. Hilariously fortuitous. No, it's too hard! God! Came that close to not going in. Oh, look at that! A little star rocket ship. So many stars, Jesus Christ. 29! I got the high score, chat. I topped the best score by 10! Kirby is celebrating my victory. Yeah. Nyum. The heck is that? You want some of this guy? I love the little demo scenes at the beginning of Kirby levels. So it do be like this, do it. All right. Do 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 do. Doink. Doink. Yes! Hole in one! I got one, chat. Doodly dee dee dee. Yay! This game kind of kicks ass. I mean, it's fun. From what I've seen of it, it is fun. Why hole-in-ones are massive, you get a one-up? Yeah, that is big. There we go. There's the fucking button I need. All right, so we need... Ah, okay. I don't know how the fuck that's supposed to work. Because I can't just pitch you. All right, we're just gonna smack him and see what happens. All right, not ideal. Because we gotta get that guy. Well, that wasn't really helpful either, was it? Oh my god, I just realized. Oh my god, I just realized what I'm doing. The cross here is not, like, the up and down is not like the angle that you're hitting at, it's the forward or backspin. And so by putting it all the way to the top, I'm putting a massive amount of forward spin on it, which is making it vault forward when it hits the ground. I should have been putting backspin on it. That might have been too hard. Nope, that was it. What was the name of that game that was like mini golf meets platformer? Cursed to Golf? If you're talking about one on Steam that we streamed. This looks like it's gonna be bullshit. Cursed to Golf is a golf platformer roguelike. Yes, it is. PM Collector Boy is asking about a mini golf platformer. Go, buddy, go, buddy, go! Ah! Crap, that was close to a hole-in-one. I feel like power meter would translate really well to how far you want to go. The power meters in golf games are, like, they always come down to just getting used to the feel. Like, every game is going to be different about it, so... Okay, I'm going to need that. Alright, let's smack him. Oh no! I needed that. I think I needed that. Not quite. What the Golf was the wacky gimmick golf game. I love What the Golf. What The golf is so much fun. I never did finish it. I had it on Apple Arcade. I wonder if the wheel works underwater. I guess let's find out. Oh! The wheel works over the water. In the sand. Oh, God. Wow, sand in this sucks. We're gonna hook this as hard as humanly possible. I hope this works. Kirby. Oh, Lord. Oh, did you see that? Oh, did you see that? All according to Keikaku. It's Keikaku. It's Japanese for plan. So all according to plan. Actually, I might be able to wheel this. Doink. Keikaku means golf. Also, this game is really good about showing you, with the shadows, showing you where everything's gonna end up. So it's missing for all the Death Notice manga stuff like that. That was too hard. Damn it. Tap. Oof, okay. Smacko! Getting in this hole is gonna suck. Oh man, that has really strong force on it. Ah, Kirby! Damn. All right. the final hole. An interesting one. If I recall, every hole has a hole-in-one possible. I believe it. I believe it. I mean, this is ultimately a puzzle game, I think. This is a puzzle game using golf mechanics, and I think that's really cool. I think that's really, really cool. All right, I'm gonna put a shitload of backspin on this and smack it, and that's not gonna work because I'm gonna miss that top guy. Shit! Whoa! Well, that's awkward. Wait a minute. If I kill this guy, will this guy become the hole? Oh my god, that's horrible. Holy shit. I should have just died. That didn't work. Oh, Lord. There's no way to do this. I gotta back up a tiny bit just to... Yeah, and then lose a life. And see if I can't pitch it into the hole in the side. I can't believe they did that, man. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm not even sure it's gonna go far enough. Oh, Lord. Like a little bit of forward spin and... Oh, yes! Oh, I'm just so happy that worked at all. Oh, man. Okay, well, if I hadn't beefed that last hole, I would have done at least 4 strokes on all of them, but not bad. Not bad. Yeah, the problem was Kirby was right up against the wall. So there was, I had to set him up. I had to get away from the wall first. I got a medal. Good for me. Very nice indeed. All right, well, as much fun as this is, I think we should move on before these holes really start just antagonizing me. But I love it. More Kirby is always a good thing, and this is good Kirby. This is solid Kerbin. Post some dev trivia if you're interested. This began development as a non-Kirby game called Specialty Golf, sell the wacky cartoon aspects without the Kirby bits. And then weirdly after this, the devs went back and actually completed Specialty Golf as a Satellaview game. Weird. Weird. All under HAL Labs, right? So HAL Labs began developing this as Specialty Golf, and then they were just like, or maybe Nintendo was like, put Kirby in there. Kids are stupid. They love Kirby. Put Kirby in there. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. But that was great. That was very enjoyable. Yeah, very much a puzzle game, I think. It feels like it has a lot of similar appeal as something like DK94. Just without without so much possibility for experimentation because of the live system. Like it'd be nice if you could like stack up a whole bunch of lives so you could kind of fuck around more and really figure out how the holes work, especially since learning how all the power and spin works is like really, really touchy. But all that aside, really solid game. Really, really fun. But wait, that's not all. We got a Kirby twofer in this one with Kirby's Avalanche. Welcome to Dreamland again. After years of flipping vitamins, puzzle games, fans are itching for new challenges. Combining classic puzzle action, a whimsical story, and innovative strategy, Kirby's Avalanche will please puzzle experts and novices alike. The object is connect four more light-colored blobs, vertically or horizontally, make them disappear. As they did Dr. Mario, boulders will drop on your opponent if you start a chain reaction. It's Puyo Puyo. And it was called Ghost Trap over there? Wow. Huh. Does Kirby flip vitamins? Does it matter? Does Kirby actually extract any nutrients from the things he eats? What actually keeps Kirby going? I never really souls. Nintendo Power's obsession with the console wars. I'm kind of shocked this coverage doesn't take any shots at Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Well, if they mentioned it, people would look into it. They probably, you know, it's one thing to you know, obliquely reference like Sonic or Genesis or whatever. Mean Bean Machine is extremely specific. And I mean, this was inevitably going to be a niche title anyway, so no need to accidentally direct readers to another niche title. We know, and now is Puyo Fantasy 6 Mean Bean Machine. DD on top left is amazing. He looks like right out of like Donald Duck Adventures or something. So there's a practice mode, there's a head-to-head mode. Veteran virus crunchers will enjoy this mode. Puyo Puyo is right there. The reason I didn't know about the fourth Kirby SNES game, you never got it. Oh, really? So you never got the third Dreamland game? That was always odd to me, that they put two Dreamland games on the Game Boy and then the third one on the Super NES. Like, it's actually not very common for series to like jump between the consoles. Like, usually they have their own like numbering, like, you know, like Mega Man. There's 6 Mega Man games on the NES. There's 5 Mega Man games on the Game Boy. The Mega Man games, the Game Boy Mega Man games borrow from the NES ones, but they don't actually cross over like that. But the main Kirby line, the Dreamland games, go Game Boy, Super NES. Problems with the PAL conversion, apparently. Dreamland 3 is a very interesting looking game. It has a pretty unique art style. All right. Apparently Kirby eats tomatoes in canon. Well, Maximum Tomatoes have always been his full heal item, so. Gargoyle's Quest comes to mind. Yes! You're right, $10, yeah. OG Gargoyle's Quest is on Game Boy. Its direct sequel is on NES. And then the third game in the series is on Super NES. Though not quite as direct a sequel as from Game Boy to NES, but yeah, that's probably the best example, honestly. Metroid comes to mind as well. You're right. First one on NES, second one on Game Boy, third one on Super NES. Fourth one on GBA, fifth one on Switch. Kind of interesting how impactful Game Boy Metroid was plot-wise. It is, isn't it? Because really, like, Metroid 1 had basically no plot. Go to this place and blow it up. you know, there was background story in the manual about the Metroids and the space pirates taking the Metroids and threatening the galaxy and whatnot, but like, it wasn't until Metroid 2 on the Game Boy that you actually got plot in the game. And yeah, that plot cast a very long shadow. Kid Icarus 2, NES to Game Boy to 3DS. Nintendo first party titles will happily cross systems. I guess Nintendo can certainly have the confidence to do that. But yeah, all right, let's play this. Let's curb up an Avalanche. So yeah, there's 4 Kirby games on the Super NES. We're playing 2 tonight. The other 2 are the ones I really want to play though. I've actually never played Kirby's Dream Land 3. And I've only played Kirby's Dream Land 2 a little bit. So I am really, and I mean, Kirby Superstar is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, y'all will have to fight to stop me from playing all of Kirby Superstar. And I'm not sure you can win. Why did Nintendo abandon Kid Icarus? I mean, I was like, I feel like Nintendo doesn't really abandon any of their IPs. It's just if, I imagine part of it is if they can, a major part of it is how well they sell, certainly. But I would assume another part of it is there anyone at the company who will champion it? I think this is something that a lot of fans kind of overlook. Like, some of your favorite franchises may have died because the person at the company who was like the champion of that particular franchise left for whatever reason, and nobody else at the company, even if they think it would be a good idea to keep that franchise going, they may not have the know-how to keep it going. Fight, I may use that bid option to force a full night. Which I noticed there isn't now. Oh, sorry, yeah. It's supposed to be. I have so many, you have to forgive me. I have so many Dragon Coin things on the back end that are for different nights. Sometimes I just forget to turn them on, so. If I'm gonna be real, I think Kirby's one of the best platformer series just ever.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche. Old champions moved on from Fire Emblem, Nintendo Wars, Famicom Detective Club, Zelda. Sakurai championed Uprising. We know what happened there. Competition, I guess? Give me stage 1. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Poppy Brother Senior.
Wow, they actually, when they localized this, they actually, hi Kirby, want bomb sandwich? I'll breathe in your pathetic bombs and send them right back at you. Is this Kirby canon? What a little dick. American Kirby. Jesus Christ. Damn, Kirb. Doot. Uh-oh. I'm getting dunked upon. Let's set up a combo, chat. Combo time. Boom. Boom. Eat shit, Poppy. Oh my god. Wow. Awesome. Love the series, but you're awful at it. Damn. I don't think there's anything clever I can do here. I never played a lot of puzzle games like this, so I've never been particularly good at them either. Wait, so is it the voice? Is that actually supposed to be Kirby's voice, you think?
Wispy woods.
Like, was Kirby saying that? Please don't tread on my roots. It would not be a wise decision. Oh, I think I pushed the wrong button. I think damn it! I wanted to see what asshole Kirby would say. Oh no! I was so excited about that. Like, bitch, I steps where I please. Do 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 do. Let's see if we can set up a combo here. I just need blues. Do 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 do. There we go. Boom. Suck it. Kirby quote says, "I feel like some apple pie and Wispy looks sad." I mean, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it? Telling somebody you're just gonna eat part of them? Like, damn, man. Okay, so if I can pop this red one. Oh no, I covered it up, I'm a moron. Shit. Okay. Okay, maybe we can make some cool stuff happen. Okay, I got a good feeling about this. Kind of. No! Oh, he's killing me. Death is certain. No, he buried the green. I needed that. I got greedy, chat. I'm not even good at this game and I got greedy. Oh, Lord. Oh, no! Damn it, shit, fuck. Yeah, I know, I know. I know video game, I know. Oh, I fucked up. I put it in the wrong place, the exact wrong place. This is Kirby isn't as much of an asshole as manga Kirby. Canonical Puyo experience.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche. That is funny, the background still says Puyo Puyo, but then they put Kirby's portrait there more prominently. There's really not a whole lot of options. Okay, I'm gonna play through one more time.
Poppy Brother Senior.
Poppy Brother Senior. Ugh. Not good. Okay. I think Lola and Lala are in this as well. I kind of like that insane dancing Kirby in the middle. I don't know what he's so jazzed about, but I'm glad he is. I need a green. Combo! Yes! There we go. All right. Insult to injury. Oh God. Suffer like G did. Finding me there's a Puyo Puyo based on a Nintendo IP, considering it's like 6 years Sonic Team is going to take over the entire franchise.
Wispy Woods.
I guess, were they shopping it around at this point or something? I feel like some apple pie. I'm gonna eat ya. Oh, that was not smart. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great, chat. Everything will be fine. Ooh, early combo. Yes! Big one. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Uh-oh, that's not cool. Nothing about that's cool. I disagree with your assessment. No! All right.
Cool.
No, not cool. No, very not cool.
Cool.
No, it's not. Jesus! Ah, damn it. Wow. I can beat the first stage, that's it. Stage 2 just beats my ass. Fucking Wispy Woods is the end of my existence. Brutal. Alright. Well, I have been thoroughly emasculated by Kirby's Avalanche. It sounded difficult for the AI. The line Here's a hot tip that'll help in the later stages. Stack blobs up the sides of the playfield, not along the bottom. Even if you have only part of a group, chances are good that a matching blob will appear before a pair or triple is completely blocked. Okay. I guess it makes a lot of sense since there's only, like, somebody mentioned it earlier. The third column from the left is your failure state. So you're kind of incentivized to stack up things in the other columns. And if you stack them up on the edges, you'll have more room to maneuver. So, an interesting thought. Well, I imagine there's a decent chance this will get requested again sometime. Remind me of that, chat. Remind me of that particular pro tip, and I will try to put it to use. Speaking of The Lion King, we're on part 2. This month we'll lead you on a safari through the second part of Disney's The Lion King, the part you'll never see. Last month we took you through Simba's early years where life was a little more than frolic for the young cat. Now his life challenges become greater, the king-to-be gets older and with any luck wiser. Alright. Stage 6 is Hakuna Matata, where you just run around in an admittedly very picturesque area and fight a big ape. I guess you also have to climb up falling logs in a waterfall. After defeating the ape in Hakuna Matata, Simba grows into an adult lion instantly, like that. And then there's a dark and spoopy stage. Stage 8 takes Simba into a cave where his new abilities will truly be put to the test. Exploding fountains of lava, swooping bats. That's all pretty messed up. Stage 9 is Simba's return. More caves. Stage 10 is Pride Rock. And then you fight Scar. Okay, cool. And then there's a making of sidebar. That's cool. It's a lot of words I'm not gonna read, but that's cool. When he becomes an adult, his roar actually stuns enemies. I noticed they mentioned more roar power here. Yeah. So there's actually permanent upgrades to the amount of roar he can store, I guess. Sounds weird to say, but whatever. So yeah, more Lion King that, again, we'll never see. Might. Don't miss the oh-so-hot Lion King code revealed in this month's classified information. If it's a stage select, we could maybe skip to one of the later stages and see how ball-breakingly hard that is. Sonic Team got Puyo Puyo because Sega published a ton of the arcade versions. Compile went Extreme Debt in 98. Sega ended up buying the rights. Gave Compile the rights to make their own Puyo games under Sega, then Compile shut down in the early 2000s anyway. So Sonic Team ended up with Puyo Puyo. That's funny. That is funny. Alright, I guess the poster for this month is Donkey Kong Land, and they scanned it in 3 pieces, which just isn't showing very well this way, but yeah. I like what's going on the left with the little pig-headed Diddy. Yeah, avant-garde poster. I'd hang that in my living room. It's 95, baby. All right, and then there is a Super Punch-Out Special. That is a sad-looking little Mac over there, I gotta say. So this does look a lot like their previous feature on it, but they go more into the technical details. Talking about the value of specific punches and defensive moves. They have some general strategies for each of these guys, and then this little quick KO sidebar is their personal record, and it gives you a breakdown exactly of what to do. So like for Gabby J, it says, nail Gabby J with 5 left jabs and then come back with 2 right jabs. If all the punches land, there should be enough to max out your power meter. Tag Gabby with a super uppercut. He'll stagger around. When he comes back into position, lambast him again with a super hook. This combination of punches will send Gabby J to the locker room. You're going for the quickest KO that you can. Follow the instructions we detail in these quick KO. Yeah. Stafford Compile left to form Compile Heart and Milestone, respectively, and then Milestone got shut down, and the president got arrested for breaking the Financial Instruments Exchange Act. What a sordid industry the games market is. Somebody always doing some sketchy shit. You got more KOs with the special speed punches. But yeah, they outline quick KO 6 seconds. They outline quick KO strategies for all these guys. I wonder how these strategies line up with the speedrunning strats. Brain brings up Gabby J's yay more often than it should in everyday life. Some of these are longer than others. The Dragon Chan one is 10 and a half seconds. Mr. Sandman and almost just shy of 20. Super Macho Man 17 seconds. Over on, for Narcissus Prince over here, it says, it appears that some of the patterns that Narcissus Prince uses are random, so this is just one possible way to defeat him. Actually, now that I think about it, I watched Summoning Salt's video on the history of Super Punch-Out world records, and he did mention that some of their patterns are random. So there is an element of luck to getting good runs. I think it might have been the Bruiser Bros at the end that are particularly tricky. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? You poke your head in for a bit before bed. Well, you missed a couple Kirby games. We did Kirby's Dream Course and Kirby's Avalanche. We also played that Pieces game, and it was actually pretty solid. I was actually rather enjoying that. It was pretty chill. Except when you fought the mermaid lady. She stuffed me. President founded a shady ethanol fuel corporation, started secretly building plants in Vietnam without registering them. Oh. Yep, I'll send your ass to jail. Call up the one Kirby Game and Pieces games. They were neat. Sports chat. It's sports time. A sports feast. The variety of Super NES sports games continues to grow with this batch of games. And I don't care. I really don't. We got Brett Hull Hockey 95 out of San Jose, California. Now stands head-to-head with the A's. NHL 95 is one of the best bets for hockey. Two-player game features smooth animation and a vertical 3D scrolling view. Reality on Ice. Oh, this is even more about Brett Hull Hockey. Wow, they gave his ass almost two full pages. I mean, what am I saying? Pieces got more coverage than Brett Hull Hockey did. I just really don't care about sports games, so. NFL Quarterback Club. Graphics on this one actually look pretty solid. Sports! Okay, that's enough sports. NHL 95, Super Tecmo Bowl Special, ESPN National Hockey Night, Nigel Mansell return. This is so ominous, chat. Somehow, Nigel Mansell returns. And yet this is about Newman Haas IndyCar racing. Mode 7 effect made you ill. Feeling how I went through the game out the window is excellent. Ooh, chat. Down here. How about an oral octane overload? Colombian octane blend turns even the most underpowered drivers into highly charged racing machines. That is some clip art, ass art, if I've ever seen any. Yeah, okay, hang on. I wanna talk about this for a second. Fuck the sports. I wanna talk about this. Can I remind y'all of how many years in Nintendo Power we had those nice hand-drawn comics? And I'm not just talking about like Super Mario World and Legend of Zelda. I mean all the nice little art pieces, you know, for the title bars of like Now Playing and Pack Watch and the top 20 and stuff. What's there to talk about is filleting a gas pump. Yeah, we're talking about the art quality. Like, I don't know if this actually comes through on the stream, whatever you're watching this on. But that dude, like, this is seriously all, like, it's like clip art. It seriously is. Like, you can see the pixels on that guy's head. And, like, the absolute mess of fonts on the gas pump. Like, somebody just bashed this together in some shitty's mid-90 art program. No, this is fine, appropriate quality for the sports article. Artists are expensive, just slap something together, it's fine, nobody looks at that stuff closely. Well, who at Nintendo Power in 1995 could have foreseen some nerdy middle-aged asshole 30 years later like bringing it up for people on the internet to ridicule? Like, surely not. I hope whoever was tasked with making this is living their best life right now. I hope they have a solid career doing something they genuinely love, because like nobody produces something like this because they want to. They do it because they have to. And it's tragic. It is genuinely tragic that they have to do stuff like this. Let's see. I need something. Here, this, whatever this is. That'll work. They didn't use Comic Sans. I mean, damning with faint praise here. I hope they're listening to this and crying. It would be amazing. It would be amazing if one day we actually got somebody in here who worked on Nintendo Power. Like, holy shit, that would make all of this so worthwhile. Whoever made this having a solid career and good life is haunted nightly by the memory of this thing. Oh man. Saying Constellation, this is the last year any dev isn't gonna give much of a shit about doing full-on sports sims for SNES. PS1 is gonna be out in the West in a few months, take over the entire sports game market, while the SNES, the N64, and literally everyone else are left with bad downports or reskins of downports. We'll see. We'll see. Not having paid any attention to the sports market for the console, I don't know what they did in 96 and beyond. Even if it was those, okay, unless it's those guys. Fuck those guys forever, seriously. If I was Robert George, I wouldn't dare unlurk. But you've been immortalized on my channel. No one will ever forget the name Rob and or George now. Get the artist behind Kane of the Two Spears. Was this the same artist actually? I would cry. I would cry if that was the case. If they had gone from lovingly rendering Kane's bulge to this garbage, this refuse. How the mighty have fallen. Old Cub Scout leader worked on Nintendo Power, actually. Oh, interesting. Anyway, I'll not spend the rest of the night ruminating on this. We will move on. Clip art bulges all around. GP1 Redux. GP1 Part 2. They actually released a sports game called GP1 Part 2. Okay, so there's a sports bike game on the left. And then on the right, there's full throttle racing. It is, okay. Chat, if I had a nickel for every motorbike slash jet ski combination game on the Super NES, I'd have at least 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Yeah, unlike GameTech Cybersoft's earlier bike jet ski combination game, Kawasaki Kirby and Challenge, FTR doesn't use digitized images or try to be overly realistic. The game uses the original Nigel Mansell engine, but isn't the same experience on 2 wheels or in the water. This game feels much more like Top Gear with such fancy features as nitro boosters, on-track repair icons, and bags of money. That's interesting. The Gormlistest. She worked on the publishing and printing side. I can feel the sports filling my body. I'm ready for bed. GP1 is only really interesting because it does want to do some really good arcadey street racing games. But Tokyo Extreme Battle does. Okay. Okay. Well, gotta start somewhere, right? And then that little yellow inset is JVC's Rally. Wait a minute. Ask yourself this question. Have you ever wanted to race through hideous mountain conditions with mud, rain, and ice on a road littered with obstacles while driving a car with broken steering linkage? JVC's Rally tries but fails to bring you the off-road experience. Once you plug this pack into your Super NES, prepare yourself for a spine-jarring series of one-way races. Some races take place at night, others roar through the snow and mud. On the roads, you'll swerve constantly to avoid bales, cones, puddles, and cops. The scrolling background flies by so fast it can make you dizzy. The play control is almost non-existent. The final word is this: Off-Road the Baja does it better every which way. Brutal. A brutal takedown from a publication that very rarely partakes. What's more common in this time period, a motorcycle jet ski combo game or Pizza Hut Taco Bell combo restaurant? Definitely Pizza Hut Taco Bell. I know I've mentioned this before, but where I went to college, I was actually within a 30-minute drive of a combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell KFC. The Holy Trinity. Well, how can we not play this game without that glowing endorsement? You got in the dirt games for a bit? That and Sega Rally Championship. All right, chat. You asked for it. Well, Ms. Roy specifically asked for it. Now everybody gets to suffer. Fast Food Trinity near my home also, like 15 minutes down the street. A beautiful place, isn't it? My father used to call it the Promised Land. Rally starts with an R. JVC Rally? Chat, Nintendo Power may have savaged this one so hard it never came out. I can't find it. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a game called Rally, and I don't see it. World Championship Rally? Nah. It got canceled! Ah! I love it. I love it. Oh my god. It's Nintendo Power was so mean to it, it died, chat. Oh, Lord. Alright, you get those coins back then. Oh, man. Maybe even Nintendo Power hated it. We're cutting life support. Huzzah, chat. Spared from a garbage racing game. Only to be lured into the mouth of Big Bass. TNN Bass Tournament of Champions. And Basson's Black Bass were both released late last year. And Bass Masters from THQ should be released in the next month or two. Bass-tastic. Up to my ass in Bass. Prototype release, one Web.10 ass site ever has covered said prototype. Most of it is about how they can't fucking see anything due to the awful weather effects. Mudball Rally is a selling name outside of a certain genre. Ass of Baz. Okay. All right, we need to, okay. Since Arcane didn't actually request any specific game, let's read through this feature and determine which of these three Bass games might be the least ass. Talking realistic bass fishing, you have to consider the equipment, the setting, the angling, and the fight. Most important part of the equipment listed the lure, because virtual bass are programmed to respond to lures under very particular circumstances. Basson's Black Bass excels in presenting excellent lure action. Bassmaster is also only about 85% finished. When we looked at it, it was a unique underwater view that also shows the lure action. TNN used a top view similar to Basson, but the lure action was not as easily seen, and there was no visual rod-angler interaction. Well, if I'm going to be swinging my rod around, I want some interaction on it, clearly. Can we get a zoom in on that bass cam? I believe we can. There we go. All the bass camming you could want. Settings of all three games are lakes with scattered weedy areas and other bass haunts. Knowing where the fish is half the battle. Graphically, the Basson game looked varied in the boat view as well as in the fishing view. Details include lots of plants, stumps, waves, and excellent sound effects. TNN had fewer details in the boat view, and the loading time between screens was almost as slow as a CD-ROM game, about 5 seconds. Bassmaster's boat view was similar to the others. Basson's featured exact casting and realistic reeling, during which you could work the lure in a multitude of ways. It was very realistic. TNN showed casting and reeling in separate views. Finally, the fighting sequences in all three games were pretty good. Basson's was best again because of the view of the angler. Bassmasters was fun because you had to hammer on the controller to fight against fish. Clearly, Basson's is an excellent game. Bassmasters is unique, while the loading delays on TNN will drive most anglers mad. All right, sounds like Basson's Black Bass is where we're going with this. What's up, Drainge Optician? Need to make very, very sure not to typo this name, because that could get me in some hot water. Lurecam is a real product? I thought it was a video game thing. Ah, no kidding. Basson's Black Bass. Charlie Chum, a believer in fish. Lucky next time I play Stardew Valley, I'm gonna pick up the Riverland farm and name my character that. As a lovingly rendered fish. Welcome to the exciting world of bass fishing. I'll take your word for it. Prepare to match wits with the tenacious and elusive black bass. I'm coming to a duel of wits unprepared and unarmed. Seek out bass while competing against other anglers. Use your finesse and skill to become the world champion. I was looking for guesses. Gain appreciation for what it takes to become a pro basser. Honestly, if this wasn't about bass fishing, it would feel like the start of an RPG. Start game. Choose one. Registration. Input your name. Well. There we are. Charlie Chum. This is a secret of mana menu. Not a few of the devs did work on RPGs. Oh, wizardry games. Choose angler. We'll be a dude. Input more detail. Yes. We'll be right-handed. Oh, we obviously need the heart sunglasses. And a full beard. And this is like tactical fisher. Yeah, this one looks good. All right, Charlie Chum. Local amateur tournament at Green Valley, stage 1. Local amateur tournament. This is the local amateur tournament at beautiful Green Valley Lake. 50 entries desire to be pro bassers. 50 men enter, 1 fish leaves. Only the top 3 go to the next event. Good luck to all of you. Here are the tournament rules.
I like it.
Review rules, yes, please. Here are the tournament rules. 7 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Only black bass will be included at the weigh-in. Total weight determines your ranking. Maximum 5 fish may be kept in the live well. Extra fish should be culled. 1 pound penalty for each minute an angler is late. Disqualification more than 20 minutes late. Holy fuck, who is this guy? Are you in this tournament? Hi, I'm John, expert fisherman. Would you like my assistance? Take a guide? Yes. You should win with my advice. I thought that guy was gonna kung fu me. Let's start the tournament. This lake abounds with plant life. Head for the reeds or the lily pads. This has a lot of charm, chat. I see a fish. How do I cast? Lily pads are a good bass spot. The bass like to hide and feed here. Holy sweet Jesus. Okay. Oh, I see a fish. I should have seen a fish in a fishing game. That's gotta be a first. I think I'm getting it stuck. Ha, you'll never get one doing that. The vibrating blades lure the fish. Reel in the line little by little. Okay, gotcha. Oh my god, there was a fish right there, man! There was a fish right there, man! Picky ass fish. But yeah, you can reel in the line. You can also like, yeah, there's like 4 different ways you can maneuver it. You just use dynamite, or is that no tournament legal? To be fair, if I was a fish, I want to get killed by a dude named Charlie Chum. Come on, fish! Come on, fish! Leave him the heart of the ass, Yugi. Come on. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. God damn it. Alright, that's the only fish I've seen. I'm gonna reel in and go somewhere else. I can see that bing bong, so simple. I can see that reeling sound getting really aggravating over time. Looks like a good spot for big bass. They might be stuck. There we go. Fish, where are you? I don't know what that bud does. Bass games kind of suck ass, don't they? You know, if I play certain, like, you know, football games, hockey games, basketball games, I can kind of see the appeal in it, despite not being a fan of those sports. I think hardcore fishing games are really only for fishermen. You know, y'all know me. I love a good fishing minigame in the middle of another game, you know? I was like, fishing in Stardew Valley was seriously one of my favorite things to do in that entire game. But realistic fishing, like having to go out and stalk fish and cast lines and wait for minutes, hours even, does not appeal to me. Like, give me a prompt, give me a button, give me a slider to keep in between the arrows or however the fuck you want to do it. Yeah, I'm not here for this shit. Let that guy fish. He looks like he can handle it. Yeah, I want fantasy fishing. I want instant gratification fishing. I don't want real fishing. I explicitly do not want real fishing. Keep picking fishing games because the atmosphere is so soothing. It's refreshing the brain. A million other games have been good here. Yeah, I want press F to fish. Unironically that. Walk to water, push button, wait like 5 seconds, bobber goes bob, push button, get fish. If you're gonna add Stardew Valley to me is the perfect fishing system. Like, at its core, it is very simple. Go to water, wait, push button, and then just Flappy Bird the thing in the sweet spot. But harder fish are much harder and require you to have higher skills or better lures or better equipment or stuff like that. I like Fishing with Friends, a game on itch.io. Fishing with friends. Don't suppose that's related to golf with your friends, is it? I guess that would be fish with your friends, wouldn't it? And then there's WWF Raw. It's bigger, louder, brighter, and it's got more options than any WWF to date. All that sounds pretty good for wrestling fans. Has one-on-one tag team, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, Bedlam, and the Raw endurance matches. Much of the play is very similar to earlier WWF games. The improvement in characters on selection screens has not been carried over the animated figures in the ring. In short, most of the changes to WWF Raw have been cosmetic. New special moves. You can play with 4 friends using the multiplayer adapter. Oh, it's web fishing. Okay. Sega Bass Fishing is probably your favorite bass fishing game. Then it's just a goofy arcadey game. And that's what I want. I want a goofy arcadey game. Multiplayer chat room focused fishing game. I gotcha. Okay. I've actually seen that before. If I was going to go back to any particular fishing game, long time ago, I picked up and streamed a game called Intergalactic Fishing that was pretty interesting. I just didn't stick with it. I would like to see more of that game in particular. I was so thrilled I caught the legend fish in Stardew Valley on the Switch because I'd never done without cheat mod before. Fishing over with Bennett Cotty. Oh man. Oh, we did it! We escaped! Into what? Oh no. We made it to the Super FX feature, chat. We got Star Fox 2, FX Fighter, Comanche, and Dirt Tracks FX. Y'all are gonna have to confirm which of these actually released. I know Star Fox 2 did, because Star Fox 2 made it onto the SNES Mini. Dreamcast version has a goofy motion control fishing rod controller. For whatever reason, Virtua Tennis and Soul Calibur also fully support. I've seen that, yeah. Do you have a Star Fox 2 ROM? Do I? Let me check. Yes, ish. It's Japan only is labeled a prototype. I don't have the version that was released on the SNES Mini. FX Fighter would come out, but only on MS-DOS. Despite the title still referring to the Super FX chip. That's really funny. Dirt Tracks looks like came out. Dirt Tracks did, yes. Dirt Tracks did. I think we looked for Comanche, and that was canceled. So Jesus Christ. So of the 4 games that Nintendo Power previewed for the upcoming Super FX chip, only 1 came out in the West on a Nintendo system. FX Fighter did, but on PC. And Star Fox 2 didn't make it over here until like 20 odd years later. That's pretty funny. Got canceled on SNES because Nintendo didn't want to compete with Killer Instinct's SNES port. All right, so what do they say about all this shit? Oh God, this text is so fucking hard to read, man. Like over on the left, I'm not even sure you can see this, but where it has the big Super FX icon, those green bars above and below, those have text in them. The Super FX chip adds muscle to the Super NES in many ways. In Star Fox, you experience the speed and power of the enhanced 3D environment. In Stunt Race FX and Vortex, you saw the versatility of polygon characters. What you may not know is that the Super FX chip itself has gone through some changes that make it even more powerful than it was in the original version. A new lineup of games due out this year will make use of that power boost to create gaming experiences you would have never thought possible on the Super NES. Yep, there is text in there. Correct me if I'm wrong, there are 3 versions of the Super FX chip? I think. All right, Star Fox 2. The big news this summer for the Super NES will be the release of Star Fox 2 from Nintendo. Even now the game is far along in development. It looks awesome. Every area of the game has been improved dramatically over the excellent original. And much of that is because of the new Super FX 2 chip. Most dramatic differences are the open 3D worlds and the variety of vehicles can be used in the game. No longer will you be limited to traveling in a corridor. You'll be able to fly or walk in circles, move backwards, or attack targets from 360 degrees. Why didn't Star Fox 2 come out here, chat? I don't actually know why they canned it. The chips were in the pack. Each game pack that wanted to use these 3D features had to include a Super FX chip, which I assume made them significantly more expensive to produce than normal ones. Kinda officially during the SNES lifespan, there were only 2 versions, but a third got made by a limited run for a better SNES Doom port. Okay. There's some kind of chip. It might actually be a console chip and not the Super FX chip. There was some kind of chip that back when I got my Super NT, I had to download a whole bunch of special firmware to emulate the different chips. And there was one chip that there were 3 different versions of, and if I remember correctly, only one game used the 3rd version of that chip, and it was Top Gear 3000, I think. Super FX chip was fucking expensive to make. Why the fuck should we make games for that when N64 is gonna be out in a year anyway? That's a very good point, yeah. That is a very good point. And basically everything they're talking about in Star Fox 2 here, they did in Star Fox 64. To what I assume would have been much greater acclaim. FX Fighter, one of the most ambitious Super NES games we've ever seen, comes from a British developer. Argonaut helped design the original Star Fox and the Super FX chip itself. I mean, it really just looks like shitty Virtua Fighter. They're already working on Star Fox 64. Keep forgetting it's not Lilat Wars everywhere. It's so confusing the way they changed up names across regions. I hate the whole Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Final Fantasy USA thing that happened with all that shit. All right, I'm curious about this. Inside the Super FX, Nintendo's Super FX chip is a RISC, reduced instruction set computer chip that fits inside a game pack to enhance gameplay. The chip handles the repetitious mathematical functions associated with the use of polygons or the use of sprites with scaling and other special effects. The upshot is that with the Super FX, programmers can include graphics effects that would bog down the Super NES's CPU if it weren't for the added boost of power. The latest version of the Super FX, the FX2, is capable of manipulating more polygons, more texture map surfaces, more sprites, as well as calculating pixel by pixel terrain maps on the fly in Comanche, which doesn't exist, to create more dramatic 3D effects than were possible with the original version of the chip, running at 21 megahertz. 21 megahertz, chat. Wow. The Super FX2 is twice as fast as the chip that was used in Star Fox. Oh my god. It also included a fast math processor that brings the speed of doing math calculations to 100 times that of the CPU of the Super NES. All this power is surprisingly inexpensive. Surprisingly inexpensive. So for the consumer, it means they won't have to purchase expensive attachments in order to get the next generation performance out of the Super NES, and that's the bottom line. I wonder what expensive attachments they could possibly be referring to. Good of them bring up the sprite stuff too, given the best link Super FX game is Yoshi's Island. Nintendo, and particularly Miyamoto, also didn't want to repeat what Sega did with the 32X, was nervous as fuck that making more impressive 3D games on SNES make audiences go, what the fuck is the point of getting an N64 and play 3D games on my SNES anyway? Well. I hate that they did this. I hate that they started the FX Fighter column in the bottom right-hand corner and then let it wrap mid-sentence, no less, onto the next page. All right, the one game that actually exists, Dirt Track FX. Electrobrain's Dirt Tracks FX mixes two graphic techniques with exciting results. The tracks and environment of the game exist in polygon form just as in Stunt Race FX. The difference is the vehicles, the bikes appear in sprite form, allowing for greater detail and realism. So 2D vehicles on 3D tracks. Combining the two forms of graphics doesn't present a problem in itself, but takes extra processing power to update the ever-changing polygon environments at the same time the sprite animations are being run. Sculpture software has brought the two graphics techniques together in a seamless union. Like Comanche, Dirt Tracks also features two-player views. It requires the raw power of the Super FX2. We weren't trying to sell you on a CD attachment just a year or two back. Nope. Nintendo Power collectively has the memory of a goldfish. Specifically for marketing purposes. All right, and then Comanche. The most unusual look of any of the Super FX games comes from Comanche. This attack helicopter program makes use of a unique 3D graphic technique developed by Novalogic. The voxel technique generates highly detailed terrain maps so you fly over and around with your Comanche chopper. It begins with a map of the game area. Each point on the map has instructions to tell the Super NES its elevation is color. So that is what's drawn on the screen. As you move over the map, the program must recalculate all those terrain pixels in order to update the picture. Comanche also has a 2-player mode that requires twice the terrain creation power. That's what requires the muscle of the Super FX2. Nintendo is sure talking a lot of shit for like 5 canceled games. 32X sucked, but at least its games actually came out. I don't know. I'd give the win to the Super NES on this one. Like the Super FX chip is not the collective embarrassment that the 32X continues to be to this very day. Like it's one thing to talk about a cool ass game and then get it canceled. That's par for the course. That has always happened. That will always happen in the game industry. But to put out such a benighted system, I mean, Nintendo's got their own coming up. Every night we do the power hours, a little voice in the back of my head reminds me I need to get set up for the Virtual Boy. So all of these companies have their crosses to bear. There is not one single hardware manufacturer in the game industry that hasn't taken a massive misstep somewhere. And again, there's Super FX2 and Yoshi's Island. Its existence is justified, yes. And I mean, Star Fox may not run great, but it is a stone cold classic, and it launched a franchise that people still agitate about to this day. So the Super FX chip did have an important place in gaming history. All right. Anyway, Dirt Tracks FX. PS1 had 32 bits of actual good hardware. Look, even Sony is fucked up real bad. All of them have. Let's see here. Bringing the current state of Star Fox does not bolster the argument. I mean, Star Fox, look, say what you will about Star Fox now, it was a long-lived series. It had its ups and downs, but look, I don't need to justify any of this bullshit to you. Like, I don't need to explain to you why what place the Super FX chip has in history. I don't need to protect its good name from being sullied or whatnot. They made video games with it. We played them. Some of them were good. That's it. And now we're probably gonna play one that's not good. That is the arc of history, chat. There are good games and there are bad games, and we end up playing all of them. Wasn't the PS3 a giant mistake in how it was designed? I mean, Sony's definitely had some ups and downs with their consoles. I think early PS3 suffered from some. It actually looks pretty good. I feel like my impression was always that the PS3, early on at least, suffered from some overconfidence in how well the PS2 eventually shook out. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, they all have their own theme songs. Jesus Christ. Talon looks fucking mad to be here. I'm sorry, I have to go with Hog. Hog is perfectly mid at everything. Was the hardware also absurdly overpriced on the PS3's end? Yeah. Well, the original launch PS3 was backwards compatible with the PS2 because they basically just shoved all the guts of the PS2 into the PS3. Because, going back to the PS2, they designed its insides in an absolutely nightmarish way. I don't know the details of it, but I know that thing was just like a disaster to try and program for. Welcome to Hog Night. Didn't get that name for his motorcycling. Oh, it's the A button. Oh, weird. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Chat, this is pretty okay. Yeah, really good idea using sprite bikes. I'll say the PS2 is one of my favorite consoles ever made. Oh, same here. Same here. Like, I love the PS2. On the consumer end, aside from its rather ignoble launch, where people had to wait months for actual decent games to play on it, I think the PS2 from the consumer perspective was a fantastic system, like an all-time great system. But what they did with the hardware definitely caused them long-term problems in terms of like how long it took developers to get to a point where they could adequately support it, and the eventual issue of backwards compatibility. It's actually pretty good, chat. Didn't realize the PS2 had those issues. Motocross water slide? Yeah, the PS2 was pretty infamous at the time for having like very unorthodox processor architecture. That was apparently very, very difficult to develop for. Oh shit, okay. They made one animation for this guy's face, and by God, they get their money's worth out of it. They all suck compared to the CDI. None of the VU1 processor shitting itself a lot when you try code for it. I don't know the details. I wish I did. But yeah, I can't actually tell you what was so fucked up about it. What I do know is that the PS3 was crazy expensive in relative terms when it came out, and a big part of that was their effort to keep it backwards compatible with the PS2. Stunt Race had sprite cars that may have actually been fun. You're not wrong. And it makes me think, like, maybe Star Fox should have just gone with sprites for the R-Wings and some of the enemies. Because most of the time, you're just seeing the R-Wing from the back. That probably would save them a lot of processing power that they could have used to animate more stuff on screen at once, like in the asteroid belt levels, or the more complicated enemies. Let's continue the PS3, which had such a strange design. I've never heard any other stories, and it was a nightmare to develop for. The PS3 had something they called like the cell processor structure or something, right? Yeah, I think it wasn't until the PS4 that they realized they just need to make the thing like a goddamn computer. Hang on, wait. So, did they come up with a theme song for each of the 8 racers? But then you have to listen to that theme song for every single race that they do? Like, I know this game has more music tracks than this, but I just keep hearing this one. Best decision ever, to be fair. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Also, hardware engineers give really bad documentation early on to the devs. Yeah, I agree, Freegalit. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about, and yes, it was definitely a great idea to bring the PlayStation architecture more in line with traditional, like, PC hardware. Hog can't go unless he hears his music. This is solid, chat. This is actually pretty good. Of all the FX chip games I've played, this one runs the best for obvious reasons. And all the 3D is very clean and comprehensible. This is good, chat. This is actually good. I'm as shocked as anybody. Catacombs. That's ominous. It's no vortex, which is good. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. All right, well. I think that's gonna do it for night chat. I think that's as far as we go tonight, but we did some good work this evening. We actually, if you can believe it, we actually made it halfway through the evening, or through the magazine. We made it all the way through the evening because it's ending now. So I will scroll down just a little bit to let you see what's coming up next. And okay, classified information. Now with Photoshop embossed features for no real reason. So if you want to, wow, this is not a great set of games to be sitting on when we start up again next Thursday, but that's how we do. Okay, yeah, Lion King stage select. Let's do that. The Lion King stage select code is Barry, B-A-R-R-Y. That's great. Made it halfway through, despite the heavy digressions at the start. Indeed, indeed. I guess it wasn't that much of a digression, really. And it was worthwhile. We got to chat about Darkest Dungeon and stuff. Always a good use of our time, so. All right, schedule-wise, tomorrow night, there's no stream. I kind of wish there was, but there isn't. I need one night a week to rest and recharge. But Monday we will be back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and that has been super fun. I'm looking forward to it. I know a bunch of y'all are looking forward to it. I'm excited to see where things go in Canabras. It is a democratic playthrough, so y'all will be determining if it continues on into Tuesday and Wednesday and nights beyond that even. We'll be right back here, right back to February 1995 classified information, page 64 of issue 69. Nice. On Thursday. We'll be continuing the magazine on Thursday and imagine into Saturday as well. Next Friday, I currently don't have a plan for, and I'm not going to commit to anything. Conventional wisdom dictates that I should do one of our usual features, especially one that we missed in March. However, I have a lot of unique and one-off stuff that I want to do, so we'll see. We'll see where my flights of fancy take me. Just be chaotic. Chaos Prol. Yeah, it has to be Chaos Prol. Can't do it the other way. So yeah. That's the plan, chat. Let's go find somebody to raid. Let me send you on your merry ways. How's about we hit up I'm gonna have Arch. Arch is just starting. He's playing a game called Vintage Story, which looks mysteriously like Minecraft, but obviously isn't. So let's see what he's doing tonight. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for joining me for yet another installment of our Eternal series, the series that will never end, because we will never get to the end of it, the Power Hours. We played some cool stuff tonight. I gotta say, I never would have guessed that Dirt Tracks FX was as good as it is, and yet here we are. So that in and of itself makes tonight absolutely worthwhile. To say nothing of the deeply enjoyable Kirby games we played. So it's been a good night. Hope you enjoyed it. And hopefully I will see you all on Monday when we pick back up with Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.